Howdy friendos, Crazy Jason here, and welcome to my movie adventures. Wilmington, baby. Wilmington, North Carolina. I have a guest with me this time, obviously my friend Preston, also known as Magic Hour Movie Man.
Your door is ajar. Your door is ajar. Seriously, your door is ajar.
Oh, it is? Yeah. Shit. Let's see. You were much better earlier when you were
hopped up on Diet Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
I need some more Diet Mountain Dew.
You do. Let's get some pronto, because I liked you earlier when you were bouncing all over the room.
Like this?
Oh, fuck! Damn, I didn't know you had it in you, man. Good one.
Thank you, thank you.
So we are headed where? Where are we
Movie stop.
Going? Oh, is that first?
It's closest.
Well, I think we should go to the places that close earliest first.
Alright, well there's a pawn shop on the way.
Me being the experienced, bargain hunter.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful day. There's a lot making me angry today, folks, because yesterday was sunny and it was beautiful and it was gorgeous. And we were making good videos, and for various reasons that I won't go into, they didn't work out. Today it's overcast, and he lost his buzz.
It wasn't overcast until recently.
God damn it.
I'll just put that out there. Somebody was in Sleepyville for the nice sunny day.
Huh. Well, there's a good use for the wide-angle lens. Yes, it's all my fault. It's all my fault because it was sunny earlier, and I slept, but I had been awake for over 40 hours.
Right, it's much deserved sleep, so
yeah,
I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed.
I know. Picasso pawn. Ooh, this. You know, in Wilmington, you can't just have a regular pawn shop. You got to have something with some pizzazz
and absolutely
and style.
No parking whatsoever.
And a redneck eyeballing me because I've got a camera on.
What you got there, boy? You got yourself a video camera. I'll tell you what. Shove that thing right up your rectum. Well, that's what we do down here in the South, boy.
Is that what we do down here in the South?
That's right.
We?
That's right, we. If that don't make your fire burn, then your wood must be wet.
Okay, so Taquitos. So what the hell is the name of this place?
Picassos.
Picassos was a bust. Yeah, their Blu-rays were $15, my friend.
Yeah, that's crazy, especially since you can buy, $5 Blu-rays in some deals in some major chains.
Well, even crazier is that they had all of their Xbox 360 games for $7.50.
Yeah.
So I immediately assumed that their Blu-rays would be in the, similar price range.
Right. Surely they must not be $15, and surely they must have lowered the price. But no, that's not the case.
Now, here's what happened. There was a copy of Super 8 that had the sleeve on. The sleeve was in almost perfect condition. This guy wanted it, so we asked him if we could buy the sleeve for $1. And he took it down to the manager, and because we said, the guy didn't understand why we wanted the sleeve, and we just said it's a collector thing, which was a mistake on our part.
Right, we weren't thinking. But what else would you say?
We were just being honest.
Yeah.
We were being honest, and because we said that, the guy wanted $2 for it. He said they'll sell it to us for $2 because he assumed, I guess, it was worth something. And $2, I don't think so. Not for a sleeve, not for a piece of paper. And plus, there's a principal factor.
Yeah.
I say $1, and the guy is agreeable to it, and then he ups it to $2.
Right. When he finds out that we're collectors or whatever.
Yeah, it just seems really greedy and bait and switch. Not a real bait and switch, but it just sort of felt that way.
Right. I did not care for that.
No, I know you didn't. I know, I could tell right away. So we left. On to greener pastures.
Yes, movie stop or other pawn shops.
Let's hit another pawn shop.
Other pawn shops. Excellent.
You know what? We need to get you another can of Mountain Dew. That's what we need to do.
What do you want me to do? Do a jig?
Yeah, dance a jig. Keep going.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you Butch or Sundance? I'm gonna go ahead and call Butch. I'm Butch.
I look older than you, so.
So you're trying to say you're Butch?
And I'm a big Paul Newman fan.
All right. I'll be the younger Robert Redford. Sure.
Yeah. Plus, you got kind of red.
A whole film festival based off my name.
You've got red hair, sort of reddish.
Yeah, my beard grows in red.
Yeah, so red beard. Oh God, please let that thing grow like a Civil War beard, like ZZ Top.
Right. Not gonna happen.
Will you do that for me?
Now it gets to a certain point and it just gets too bitchy. I can't stand it. Gotta shave it.
Gets bitchy?
It gets itchy and bitchy. If you see my chucked up edition manly movies, you'll see at the end, as close as I get to a beard is at the end of that video.
It starts curling around?
Yeah, like it starts curling up and like digging into the skin.
Like Conan O'Brien's pubes or something?
Well, I don't know about that. But it is irritating. All right, we're drifting into pubes now.
Where are we? Why are we? We're at the Western Union.
We're at another Picasso pawn, but there's another pawn shop, two stores
Why did you bring us to another Picasso? Like their Blu-rays are going to be...
But I didn't. We are at a building where there is a Picasso pawn, but that's not the pawn shop we're going to. The pawn shop we're going to is 2 stores down. And that's the pawn shop where I used to find good deals.
Are you getting irritated because you need that Diet Mountain Dew now?
I need my Diet Mountain Dew, man.
Okay, so we're out of this pawn shop. Again, I forget the name.
I honestly have no idea what the name of this pawn shop is either.
It's good though, because their Blu-rays were $5 and their games were $8. So, let's show what you ended up with first.
Alright, I picked up double feature El Mariachi and Desperado on Blu-ray. I own these movies on DVD but not Blu-ray, so thought it was a good upgrade. I
would have got that.
I still have artwork inside.
Nice, very nice.
According to the back, it retains the special features as well, which that's nice. I was concerned about that.
10-minute cooking school.
Yeah, $5.
$5, little man. Put that shit in my hand. I actually would have picked that up, but I saw Desperado.
No, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. That's the one you saw.
Oh, okay. That was separate. Okay.
That was beneath this. Yeah.
I saw Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and somehow I missed that. That's one that I would have picked up. So actually, Preston over here swooped in and left me pissing in the wind, as it were.
No, my friend. I said, "Are you done with that side so we can switch sides?" And you said, "Yes, yes, I am." You were given ample time to peruse the selection.
These are the rules of the game.
You snooze, you lose.
Yep, these are the rules of the game, folks. Now, but that's not to say I didn't come away with a score, because I scored Hot Rod. And yes, it is still out of print, and it was $5, and it's going for $50 on Amazon used from $29. So. But I didn't buy it to sell. I actually bought it to keep because I had bought some before to sell because it's been out of print for a while. And but I actually enjoy this movie, so
it's a funny movie.
Gonna keep it. It's interesting. It's cool to go ahead and get something that has value. Hot Rod has value of all Blu-rays.
Right. Meanwhile, Taxi Driver is like $10.
Right. All the greats. In this day and age, when Blu-rays are so devalued, it's interesting that you can actually, score a Blu-ray that has some value to it. So.
Agreed.
Probably just gonna clip all that out. Oh man. Diet Mountain Dew. We need the Diet Mountain Dew, folks. So that's what we're gonna go do now. Yeah, he's gonna mainline it. We're gonna go get a cup of ice. He actually has cans in the car. He's cheap. He's cheap, but he's picky.
Well, I like my beverages cold, so I need a cup of ice. Warm Diet Mountain Dew? That's disgusting.
Well, I'm just saying.
Why don't you just drink a cup of mayonnaise?
It's like if you're having the shakes, man. You've got your drug, take it, Why are you being so picky?
I like it chilled.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I like it cold.
All right.
Icy cold.
Oh God, let's.
Please, sir.
Oh. Well, I didn't really want to come here, but he did.
Lots of the grande.
You said there was
I hear tell of new titles showing up.
yeah. What'd you just say?
I didn't say anything. I'm a proper young man who minds his manners.
Yeah, right. When the camera's not rolling. So we are out of Big Lots, and I'm glad this guy, you know, made the suggestion to go. This is my best visit to Big Lots in probably 2 years. There are more interesting titles in there than I've seen in a very long time. Maybe even going as far back as the Golden Year.
Yes.
And the Golden Year was what, 2009?
I want to say 2008.
Summer of 2008? No, 2009.
Well, I think I started 2008, and you started 2009.
Right. So
I remember telling you about some of the titles I bought.
Right. So back then they had all kinds of awesome titles. But anyway.
Tick-tock, tick-tock, Mr. Watson.
I know. Okay. Well, I got 4 movies. I picked up Solar Babies. I made sure to check and make sure that it wasn't on Blu-ray. Now, I have a feeling this will be coming to Blu-ray within a year. But this is post-apocalyptic. I don't have it. I haven't seen it in a long time, and I just felt the need to see it. So, pick that up. Miracle Mile. Preston and I are probably going to do a lot of, because you got it as well. And we're going to talk about this. This transfer is full screen. I did some research, and a lot of films are filmed open matte intentionally. This was filmed to be cropped for 1851. So essentially, as it was seen in the theater, and I believe it was a limited release, because I saw it on television, long after it was released, you understand. But I believe, as far as I can tell, I think the director's intention was to watch it 1851. I'm not completely sure. I'll do some more research on that later. But basically, we both caved in just because for once we're going to buy a full screen DVD. You know, never mind the fact that I'm off DVDs, and I said I'm not going to buy DVDs anymore. And I'm sitting here buying a full screen DVD just because the story is so good, and you have a story.
Yeah, yeah. When I do my,
you'll tell.
I'll share.
But I just have a need to see this movie, and it's been so disappointing. I keep coming across, I keep seeing full screen. I'm not seeing a Blu-ray. I'm sure a Blu-ray will eventually pop up, but I don't know, folks. I need to put the full screen aside and watch the movie because it's such a good movie. In fact, I got a bit of trivia about this movie that I am revealing to you for the first time as well. I don't know if you know this, but this was originally going to be Twilight Zone the movie.
Oh, really?
Twilight Zone the movie was not going to be 4 parts. It was going to be this. With the only exception being there was going to be a twist to the ending, a sort of Twilight Zone twist to the ending. But then Spielberg came on board and decided to go the other way.
Interesting.
And this ended up more as a low-budget film. It's only 88 minutes long. You'll have more to say, and I'm sure I'll comment, so let me move on. I picked up this Midnight Movies double feature of Strange Invaders, which I don't think I've seen, but Invaders from Mars, which I saw when I was a kid on television. We were out of town somewhere. I was at a hotel, not supposed to be watching. You know, my parents were asleep. I kept looking back, you know, sitting on the floor in front of the beds. And it scared the bejesus out of me. And it's a campy. I think even as a kid,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's so fun cheesy and bad. I actually, it's not on Blu-ray as far as I know. I would love to see it on Blu-ray just because of all the cheesy effects and just to see all that highlighted in high definition. But $3 for a couple of good, fun, cheesy movies. Now this was the find for me, completely unexpected. Farewell to the King, starring Nick Nolte, written and directed by John Milius. For those of you who don't know, Milius wrote Apocalypse Now and directed a lot of some popular movies like Red Dawn. Wolverines, exactly. That's definitely one I'll pick up. Is it on Blu-ray? Or
I think it is.
Yeah, I need to get that. But anyway, there was only one copy, unfortunately for Mr. Jones. But according to a lot of the reviewers on Amazon, it's a bit of a gem. It may be an underrated movie from Milius. So also it's $33 on Amazon. So I figured I better snap this up, because it could be a gem, could be something that I regret not getting. So, and again, not on Blu-ray, obviously. So that is my haul from Big Lots. So bring me the camera, Preston.
Yeah, you go.
Time for you. You spent a lot more money.
I did. One thing I like about Big Lots, what started me off at Big Lots, was I was finding a lot of classic films there, and I was able to build up my classics library, which I like that a lot. Which you'll see in a minute, the same is true for this visit. But I will also repeat the Miracle Mile purchase. Now my story with this is, I was staying in a hotel. I was right out of college. I was staying at a hotel. I forget why I was traveling, but it was a seedy hotel, not unlike the one Crazy Jason is staying in right now.
Hey now.
And I turned on the TV because they had HBO, and started watching this movie. And after the first 10 minutes, the sound went out.
Oh, suck.
And I was already hooked. And I think this was one of those trips where I'd driven all night or something. I was really tired. I was like, I'll just drift off to sleep. But instead, I watched this whole movie with no sound, and I was captivated the whole time.
A testament to what a great little movie this is, that you will sit there and watch it with no sound.
And to this day, I've not seen this movie with sound.
Yeah.
So this is exciting for me. Well, kind of in a way, I'm kind of torn, because part of me likes the fact that I've seen it without sound and enjoyed it in that way.
You're losing your story that you've had for so long.
Yeah, I'm losing my cool story. But, I mean, I've got to see it. Number one, I just want to see it again.
So what do you think about the whole aspect ratio and breaking down and buying a full screen presentation?
Yeah, once you told me it was shot open matte, and I started thinking about it, we both saw it originally on TV.
Right.
So I feel like it's at least going to live up to our memories.
Right.
And if we enjoyed it, the first time.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, and the TV aspect ratio. I think I don't feel bad about buying it, especially for $3.
No pan and scan. That's, at the very
as long
least.
As it's not pan and scan, which it doesn't seem to be. So, so I'm actually happy with that purchase.
Cool.
End of story. All right, on to my other buys. Again, like I said, I always like when classic films show up at Big Lots, especially for $3. So, Pride of the Yankees, Gary Cooper.
Nice. I didn't. By the way, we're doing this thing where I don't know what he got.
Right. So this is news to Jason.
Really awesome score, dude.
Yeah.
Really.
Pride of the Yankees Collector's Edition, so it's got special features and stuff on it. But that's one of the big Gary Cooper movies that he's known for. It's the famous speech at the end. He's got Lou Gehrig's disease. He's Lou Gehrig. Of course he's got Lou Gehrig's disease.
It's a coincidence, isn't it, Ms. Lou Gehrig?
Yeah, it's a happy coincidence. But yeah, the famous speech at the end. What is it?
I'm not a monster.
No. I'm the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Yeah, real tearjerker.
Yeah. So that's exciting. Then there's this movie, Pressure Point, with Sidney Poitier.
Interesting.
What interested me was not only the producer Stanley Kramer, who he liked to showcase a lot of controversial issues. So that interested me, but also I read the back, and it sounds pretty crazy. Sidney Poitier is a psychiatrist. I guess this guy is the guy in prison who's a psycho, that he's become a model prisoner, but Sidney Poitier knows him well enough psychologically that he should not be let out of jail, so he's trying to keep him from being released.
So kind of a precursor to Dr. Loomis.
Yeah, now check out this picture. There's this crazy picture of him like drawing tic-tac-toe on this woman whose clothes are being pulled off. That's pretty crazy looking.
That's pretty intense. When was this film released?
I think in the 50s or 60s. 1962.
Oh.
So I've not seen the movie, but it just sounded crazy and interesting. So thought I'd check that out. And now we go to war movies with Hellcats of the Navy.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan. It's a submarine movie, and I, for some reason, have a thing for submarine movies. But I usually like submarine movies, so I'll check that out.
Das Boot.
Then we have Westerns. Now we're getting into some Westerns, and now we're starting with a spaghetti Western called Sabata. I've always heard of it. I've heard it's the Lee Van Cleef movie to watch.
Wow.
I've never seen it, so I'm excited to get that.
I bet so.
I think I've always seen it on, I guess it was a one of those, what do you call it, public domain titles for a while. So I think this is the movie that I always saw, you know, crappy transfer versions of. So this is actually a MGM release, so it's should be a better transfer than some of those public domain titles. So that's exciting. Then we have The Sea of Grass, which also, I guess, is a Western, but not like a action Western, more of a drama.
Like
but it's Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn, so always a good combination.
It's got Melvin Douglas in it.
But what sold it for me is it's directed by Elia Kazan.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And he's usually pretty solid, so again, it's a blind buy, but based on the people involved, I have high hopes. And finally, my last Western, Escape from Fort Bravo, a John Sturges movie. He did Dirty Dozen and Great Escape. I'm sorry, not Dirty Dozen. Did he do Dirty Dozen? I forget. Great Escape, Magnificent Seven. Some manly films, so it should be a manly Western.
Oh yeah, I like William Holden.
That's always good. And William Holden, yeah. I like William Holden.
That is our Big Lots haul, and we are finally headed towards Movie Stop, although we may have to make a quick detour to Best Buy. Thank God.
10 p.m.
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm so excited to go in there.
10 p.m.
Look at that. That is just luscious. But we need food, and we need to get your $5 from Best Buy.
$5.
Now that right there, this is an addict's nightmare, folks. Movie Stop, GameStop. Movie Stop, GameStop.
I'm deep in thought about my hunger and my love of Doritos Tacos.
Locos Doritos. Because it's so crazy, right?
It is crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
It's crazy good.
And what did you say in the car? You wanted to shake the hand of the genius who came up with that idea?
Yes, whoever the genius was that came up with these Doritos Tacos needs to be given a bonus right now.
Yeah. And then,
huge bonus.
I'm really surprised it hasn't been done before.
Ah, that's not our number.
Damn. I'm about to
curse. Tacos now. Underlay, underlay.
That's me.
Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna get my Locos Tacos, and you're getting nothing. For those of you who don't know, this, the big news is that we now have tacos wrapped in a Dorito shell. It's the ultimate for our generation, I think. It's delicious. And I should know, I'm a foodie.